Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name is Fojo, and I'm here to give you some tips on New World. Recently, we just got an update on so much in the game, it's crazy. But one big thing that happened was that honey trees now get beeswax. And so in this, we're going to have a lot less honey in the game than it was before. Before it gave you like 30 to 40 honey per tree, and now we no longer have that coming in to the economy. It's going to be a lot of beeswax, which is used for candles and a few different house items, which wasn't in the game before. So now that it's in the game, people are going to be wanting it, and it's going to be a resource you can gather and probably make a little bit of money off of. Um, but not necessarily a ton, because it is giving a decent amount per tree. It seems like there's not a ton of crafting to be done with it, unless they've added something else into the game that is needed to be crafted with it. But this is a resource run I'm doing right here. It's where all the honey trees used to be. They're still called honey trees. They just don't give as much honey as they did before. You still get honey from time to time. I think in this entire run that I did today, I got maybe 60 honey, 70. So that's two or three trees out of maybe 35, 40 trees that I hit. I don't hit all of them in the video, but you do see a couple trees where I hit some honey. But it's kind of a cool thing they changed this over, and it's definitely interesting because they didn't even change the name of the tree or anything. I guess they shouldn't. It's still honey trees. It's just you get some beeswax out of it now. A lot of other changes happened to the game, and I'm excited to talk about those too. You have to check out the other videos to get to those. But here I am doing a run in an area known as the North Fork, I believe. And it's kind of this area around a lake, and it does a loop around this cliffside here. You can get about 10, 15 honey trees. I got about 40 beeswax from these trees. I didn't hit every single one of them, but there's probably enough here to get 70 or so, I would say, if you hit every single tree. And it's a good spot for it. It used to be a good honey run spot. I used to get tons of honey here beforehand, so it's a great spot now for beeswax, as well as wisps and a few other things like iron in this spot as well. Yeah, right there, North Fork. So now we go over to another spot around a farm. It's right over by Primrose, and you go all the way around this farm. You find honey trees all the way around this thing. Again, same as the other trees, beeswax mostly, honey from time to time. This one probably has 15 trees around it as well, so somewhere like that, 15 to 20. Yeah, but this is a great spot because there's no wolves or anything that's going to attack you in this area. You just run around this farm and collect these. As long as you don't go to the farm, you can be a low level here and collect as much as you want. Same with the last spot, North Fork is very low on enemies. No wolves or anything attacking you, so you can be a super low level and collect as much beeswax as you want. Get a little bit of honey while you're at it too. But these are both very safe spots for collecting beeswax and honey. And yeah, it's a great spot for it. Hopefully this helps you when you find that you need beeswax, because later on we'll talk about why you'll need it here instead of through the economy and the marketplace. So my last spot is up on this ridge near the lodestone bears, and it's a little more dangerous of a spot because there are some bears up here, but there is plenty of honey trees up here as well. There's probably 10 to 15 honey trees up here. It's also a great spot because you get lots of different moats up here. Lots of fire moats, some air moats, even some life moats. And it's kind of a group spot. You see some wire fiber over there as well. Great spot for resources, but you do have to deal with a couple level 25 bears, so if you're not that high of a level, not a great spot. You see some shock bulbs off to the left there. But it's a great spot for resources, and you get some beeswax and honey while you're at it. See, I got some honey from that one right there. So that does still happen. But this is the spot. You kind of go around the ridge there and up on top. That's where you find all the different pieces. And here we're looking at the market, and you cannot find beeswax in the marketplace right now. So you're going to have to collect it yourself. So these runs are more important because if you do want to make these different items, like the different candles, there's a skull candle as well, you're going to have to get your own beeswax. And I had trouble finding it here because I was looking for where honey was. Got a little bit of honey there. A lot from the day before the update. But I did find it in the resources. Beeswax is something you have to collect for yourself for right now. You can list it on the marketplace, but you cannot find it if you type it in and look for it. So it's going to be a resource you have to collect yourself. Easy enough runs to go do by yourself, though. Not difficult at all. Safe to go do. Um, and I think it's a win-win. Hopefully, beeswax will be more important and go in different pieces of furniture, I suppose. And we'll find out if it has another resource use in the future for potions or something, possibly. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to this video about beeswax and the run that you have to do to make it and get it. If you want to see more things like this or learn about other resources that you don't have a good grasp on or would like to see, let me know in the comments and I will make a run for it. I really appreciate it, guys. Hit the like button and subscribe. Really appreciate it. And I'll catch you in the next one. Hope to see you there.